associative property tells us that when adding or multiplying three or more numbers, you can change the order you add or multiply in by moving the parentheses and still get the same result. Well, let's test this one out with addition. We want to see if the sum of 2 plus 3, then added to 4, is going to be the same as 2 added to the sum of 3 plus 4. Well, in our first problem, we're going to start by adding 2 plus 3 inside the parentheses. 2 plus 3 gives us 5. To that, we're going to add 4, which is then going to give us a total of 9. In our second problem, solving inside the parentheses first, we're going to add 3 plus 4. That's going to give us a total of 7. Then we're going to add 2 more to that to give us 9. So as we can see, moving around the parentheses doesn't change our sum. Let's also test this out on a number line. We have -6 added to the sum of -1 plus 5. Well, to start that, we're going to start at 0 and go 1 place to the left for -1. And to that, we're going to add +5, which sends us back 5 places to the right. That sum of +4 is then added to my -6, which sends us 6 places to the left and ends it at -2. Now let's compare that to the sum of -6 plus -1, then added to 5. Well, for that one, we're going to start at 0 and go 6 places to the left, add our -1, go 1 more place to the left, and that lands us at -7. To that sum of -7, we're going to add +5, which sends us back 5 places to the right, and that also lands us at -2. We can write a general rule for the associative property of addition. Let A, B, and C stand for any number. The associative property tells us that the sum of A plus B, then added to C, is going to be equal to the sum of B plus C, then added to A. Let's test the associative property of multiplication out with money. We're going to compare 2 times 250, then that product multiplied by 3, to 2 times the product of 250 times 3. Well, in our first problem, first we're going to do 2 times 250, that gives us $5. We're then going to multiply that $5 times 3, which gives us a total of $15. In the other way, we're going to do parentheses first, so we're going to do 250 times 3, which gives us a total of $7.50. We're then going to take that $7.50 and multiply that by 2, and when we do, that's also going to give us a total of $15. Let's test this with our algorithm. Order of operations tells us to multiply inside the parentheses first. So 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 4 is 8. Then we're going to have to multiply that times the 1/4. When we do that, 1 times 3 is 3, 4 times 8 is 32, so we come out with 3 out of 32. Let's see what happens if we move our parentheses so that we first have to multiply the 1/4 times 1/2. 1 times 1 is 1, 4 times 2 is 8, then we're going to have to multiply that times our 3/4. When we multiply those, 1 times 3 is 3, 8 times 4 is 32, so we still come out with 3 out of 32 both times. We can write a general rule for the associative property of multiplication. Let A, B, and C stand for any number. The associative property tells us that the product of A times B, then multiplied by C, is going to be equal to the product of B times C, then multiplied by A. Check out the other videos in our playlist and don't forget to click on subscribe. Thanks for watching!